Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So if you saw my last video, you would have heard that I said that I didn't know what I would record next, but I figured it out. I'm going to be going over my small CD collection and my small tape collection. And you might be asking yourself, "Hey, didn't shouldn't you be due for like a vinyl update video or merch update video?" And I kind of decided that I'm not gonna really do those anymore because they kind of were not fun anymore after like every time I went to the record store, I would just record like a couple albums that I got. I just didn't really feel like doing it anymore. So I'll just be updating my merch stuff when I feel like it or if I get something cool or whatever. But I've been collecting CDs, so I feel like, hey, maybe I should just make like a small CD slash tape video. So yeah, that's what we got here. So anyway, my first CD I'm gonna show off is Sodom's In the Sign of Evil, uh, slash Obsessed by Cruelty. I got this because it's not available on streaming in the United States. And so I kind of imported this onto my like iPod slash iPhone whatever device to listen to it because I really like this EP and the album's pretty good too. Not one of my favorite Sodoms, but it's a cool bonus um to get with the EP. So yeah, that is that. Next I have Dismember's Like an Everflowing Stream. Now I got this when Dismember stuff was not on streaming, so I did the same thing as I did with Sodom. I imported it because when I first bought this, I also didn't have like a way to play CDs instead I just like burnt it onto iTunes and then imported it into my iPhone or whatever. But yeah, I have this on CD and on vinyl. So one of my favorite albums of all time. Awesome. This I got handed to me at Maryland Death Fest. It is Disaster Signal, Kinship of the Weary. That's the album name, Kinship of the Weary. I listened to like a good couple tracks of this, and I could see why they were handing it out for free, because it's not very good. Uh, it's like it's like Swedish death metal with very mediocre vocals, like mid-paced death and roll type. Uh, yeah. Uh, I'll have to give it a shot again, another shot. But this is definitely my least favorite CD that I have. Definitely. And next I have As the Sea Parts, Psychosis. I actually got this for free because I've been hyping up this album and the dude behind it for a while, and he sent me a free shirt and a free CD. Really nice of him. Um, I also have the vinyl, and I bought the vinyl because he sent me free stuff. I might as well just like support him and you know. So thank you, Paul, for sending me this. I have a way to play it now, so I will definitely be spinning this. Now this is Legion by the album Conquer. This is a Indiana brutal death metal band. I saw them live with Atheist and Cynic, and I was impressed as hell. And I've been wanting this CD for a bit because it slaps. Um, in Indiana Pride because that's where I live. They're from Muncie. Awesome stuff. They do have I think the first track's like a 9 minute track. I think that's a little long, but Um, but I believe there's only one pressing of this, and it came out in 2000. So I guess first pressing, maybe. But yeah, one of my favorite CDs from in my collection. And speaking of pressings, we got Annihilator's King of the Kill. So you can see like the outline of the CD. Um, I also bought this because at the time it was not on streaming, and I really liked this album. Uh, unpopular opinion. I really like the wackiness and not the self-titled song Annihilator. Awesome. King of the Kill. It's a great banger. Um, so yeah, if they ever release like a vinyl release, I'll probably buy it. But this is one of my favorite CDs that I have. I would never get rid of this, and it's one of my favorite Annihilator albums. Despite people thinking that Annihilator sucks after the first two, which is not true. Um, and next, I don't know what pressing this is, but this is Dehumanized Prophecies Foretold. This is my favorite BDM album. I bought this in New Jersey, and the record store was like 5 minutes away from, or 5 or 10 minutes away from the New York border, which I think is close enough to be buying a New York death metal album from New York. It's close enough, I guess. Yeah, but this is my favorite. I owned this on vinyl as well, and I really wanted like another copy. Um, the reissue vinyl doesn't have this cover, but CD does, and I'm glad. Um, that awesome album. Glad I own it. And this is The God Who Never Was by Dismember. Now this is my least favorite Dismember album. However, I asked for it for either Christmas or my birthday. I think Christmas. Only if it's cheap. I would get it if it's only cheap because obviously it's my least favorite. But I also want to own all of their albums because despite this might being my least favorite, it's still good. It's just, in my opinion, the production on this album just neuters like the balls that it has, and just the songs aren't really super good. But there are still some good tracks on here, like "Where No Ghost Is Holy," "Trail of the Dead." Yeah, so it's still a good album. It's just my least favorite. Give it like a solid 7. And a couple of these CDs, I bought recently. So I bought Sepultura's Chaos AD. This is my favorite Sepultura album. It's the Sepultura album I was able to get in the most. It's groovy. Obviously, if you're watching this and you're into metal, you've definitely heard this. So yeah, this was like, I don't know, $11 or something. I decided to pick it up because I don't really I don't like it that much to be able to spend like $30 on a vinyl for it. So I spent like $11 picking this up. So I'm glad I have that on my in my collection though. And I was actually I didn't know if I wanted to pick this up, but then I realized this is probably what I enjoyed the most so far from this band. This is Pretty Hate Machine by Nine Inch Nails. So far, I've listened to, I don't know, I've listened to a couple of their albums. Downward Spiral is good, but eh, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but um, I like this a lot more because it's a lot more, I don't know, more, more my style in industrial. Uh, Terrible Lie on here is a fucking banger, I'll tell you that. Um, yeah, so I decided to pick this up because I don't really feel like buying like a $30 album of that. Um, but that was like $11. I'm like, I really like that album. I'll pick it up. Why not? And this is probably gonna be a shocker to some of you. This is this is Kind of Blue by Miles Davis. This is like the first jazz album I like went out of my way to listen to. It's a banger. It's been a while since I've listened to it. I only picked it up like a couple days ago. But I would recommend this album if you enjoy jazz. Cause I like jazz. I think jazz is way more interesting to listen to than classical music in my opinion. If you want a starter jazz album, I would recommend this. And number in this is Cardinal Sin, Spiteful Intents. I ordered the LP and the CD for this EP. Um, if you have not heard this, this is a like a melodic blackened death metal band that they only released one EP, and that's this. Uh, the title track is honestly one of my favorite metal death songs of all time. Um, there is a death cover on here of Infernal Death. They did a great job at like the repressings of this. And I was honestly surprised when they repressed it. I bought the CD and the LP bundle because I didn't know they were gonna put it back on streaming, but they did. But I'll take I'll take multiple copies of this. That's fine because I know for a fact that if one of them is ruined, like the LP, I'll still have the CD. So all right, moving on to the other stack. I don't have a case for this because this is not, you know, I didn't buy this. This is my mother's copy of Ride the Lightning by Metallica. I own the LP too. Not much to say about this that what has already been said. And this is Injustice for All that my mother also gave me. Let me just move these to a different stack. And this is the Arcanum by Suadakura. I apologize if I pronounced the band name wrong, but I've never said this band name in my life before because I don't have anyone in real life to talk about this album or this band actually. I bought this because for some reason this album is not on iTunes. I don't know why. And I use iTunes mostly for my offline listening. That's when I do most of my listening. And I bought this to put on my iPhone. Really, really good album. Would recommend. Would recommend. And I don't know what the fuck this is. Um, it looks like it looks like a bunch of it looks a bunch like a compilation of a bunch of like metalcore. You can't really read the letters, but they have like as Sara on here with Ashen Skies, Balmora, X Weapon X. Yeah, it's like a compilation of a bunch of metalcore albums or metalcore songs. I don't remember where I got that. It might have been a free thing that I got at a record shop for spending so much. I don't know. Um, and this is Volbeat, the Outlaw Gentlemen and Shady Ladies. Um, I really like this album. I don't really, I didn't really spend like, I didn't really feel like spending X amount of money on a vinyl. Um, but this is something that I would like wanted to own. This is one of my favorites by them. It might be my number five though. I can't remember. Um, yeah. So, I didn't have this record before, and now I do. Um, so yeah, nothing really much else to say, but that's my first Volbeat CD. I have a couple of their albums on vinyl though. And this is Absolute Hope, Absolute Hell by Fit for an Autopsy. I was very surprised to see this at my local record shop. This is like my third favorite by them too. It's a banger. What can I say? Ghost in the River. Come on, banger. And I believe I got this for free when I ordered the dehumanized vinyl reissue. And it is like a proggy brutal death album. It's pretty good too, and I really like the case it came in too. It's awesome. This was a good. This was actually a good like a free album that I got. And like the other Sodom CD, I got Agent Orange. Now Agent Orange is on streaming now, so I don't really have a reason to like import the files into my phone, but I'm glad I have this now. Alright, I'm glad I have this because another thing to my collection, and if for some reason it comes off of streaming, well, I still have the CD. So Now, I blind bought this. This is Nocturnal Fury Unleashed. I blind bought this because it looked cool at a record shop, and I was pleasantly surprised. This is like a techie death thrash band. It's I forget which one it was. Uh, a Collision of Dimensions, I think. It has this very odd, very cool riff. But yeah, if you like death thrash, I would definitely check this out. I don't regret at all buying this. I thought it was really cool. And I also blind bought this. This is Hordes of the Lunar Eclipse. That's the band name, and this is Darkborn. This is a local band actually. They're a black metal band. Um, and I really like the idea of supporting my local metal bands, so I bought this. Um, the album itself is pretty good. It's not the best black metal album I've ever heard, but it's pretty good. Um, yeah, so pretty cool. And do I might as well do I just like talk about all like uh oh actually no, I only have two. Okay. So I both have Symbols by KMFDM and I have Tohu Vabahu by KMFDM. Some of my favorite albums of all time, especially this one. This one too though. But this is about like my second favorite KMFDM album. Um yeah, so my girlfriend bought me this one for me and she bought this one for herself, but then gave it to me because I like it way more than she does. And a couple of these are gonna be like I'm looking at them and I'm like, wow, how the fuck did I find this? Um, this right here is the Scattering of Ashes by Into Eternity. Now, I'm making this big death metal list, and I was going through all the prog albums, and this one came up, and I liked it a lot, because it's like a mixture of prog, classic '90s melodeath, and I'm like, yeah, that was pretty good. And I saw this in a record store. I'm like, what? I was not expecting to see this, and yeah, it's kind of one of those things where you just find it at like a random record shop, and you're like, holy shit. Uh, I've heard that and it's pretty good. So I'm like, I'm fucking like when I bought this, I didn't have a way to play CDs, so I'm like, holy shit, I'm getting this. And same with this. Same with this. This is Rusted Angel by Darkane. This is a 2000s melodeath album, and I'm like, holy shit, this album's good. It's not like the best, but it's good, and I'm like, where am I gonna see this again? And I want as much '90s melodeath in physical form as possible too. So like, holy shit, I I'm just happy I own like some shit. I'm whatever. I already own this on vinyl, but I picked it up and I have no idea if this is a first pressing or not. But holy shit, look at that. That is awesome. Yeah, like I don't know what pressing this is. I don't know if this is a reissue or not, but I don't know. Symbolic is like my third favorite album of all time. I can't have enough copies of it. So what's the hurt in that, you know? So anyway, this one's gonna be a little weird. Um this is the bootleg Injustice for Jason where they put the bass or they put the bass back in the songs and um for songs like Blackened, the mix is really good, but throughout the album, it's the mix is so like different for the bass, like it's especially weird in the Freightains of Sanity. It sounds just so odd. But I bought this like this is like one of the first CDs I've ever bought. Um, like myself. Um, I still listen to it occasionally. But it's just this thing in general. It's just so like I don't know. Like it's the bass like mix across the thing is just so weird. It's so different from track to track. It's just I don't know. All right, so that was all the CDs. I gotta be careful moving the CDs this way. Okay, now we have the tapes we're gonna get to. This is a compilation album by Hong Kong Fuck You. It is a good power violence tape. I just listened to it like yesterday. No, the day before. Yeah, yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It was pretty good. Um, and this is Despise You West Side Horizon. Um, I listened to this the first time for like a couple months ago. Pretty good. And I'm like, you know what? I need more grind or like power balance tapes, so might as well pick it up. I picked it up. This I will never get rid of. This is As the Sea Parts Trilogy of Sorrow demo. Um, the person who recorded this or the Paul, he sent me this for in with the shirt and the CD for their new album, and I really love this tape. This is like melodic death doom like perfection in my opinion. Every song on here is just incredible. There's only three, and especially and also the instrumental at the end. But um, this is one of my favorite tapes that I have. It's awesome. It's on streaming if you want to go listen to it. It's Trilogy of Sorrow by As the Sea Parts. Okay, this is like the death grind album next to World Downfall by Terrorizer. I'm like, dude, I saw this at a shop that have like a bunch of grind CDs and stuff. I'm like, or tapes or whatever. I'm like, dude, I need to get this. I don't like I bought it too when I didn't have a way to play tapes correctly because I had like this cheap like tape player that my mom gave me that it's like a portable one, but it was cheap and I didn't really want to ruin the tapes because when you get like cheap like tape record or tape players, they're more likely to ruin the tape. But now that I have something good, I can play this now. And yeah. And so I did not buy this. Um I was given this I was given this for free by Yosuke from Nuclear War Now when I went to his physical store in Austin, Texas, and we bought a bunch of albums and he gave this to me and my girlfriend for free. I cannot I dead ass cannot tell you if the production is better on actually it is because the vocals on whatever that one Behera album is called, I forget what the name is. But the production is better on this tape compared to the album because the vocals aren't as loud. I still don't really care for Bahira that much, but it's cool that I got it for free. And this is also something that I bought. I bought this without hearing it. I'm eventually gonna hear it. This is Capitalist Casualties by Raised Ignorant. Um, this is the same record store with the ass suck tape. I don't really have much to say about it because I haven't heard it, but I can't wait to spin it. I heard the other Infest album, but I haven't heard this one. So I blind bought it because I guarantee this is a banger as well. I don't know how to pronounce this band name, but I haven't heard this EP. It's Kronkist Nomad. So I'm probably not. I have another tape of theirs. I'm not gonna pronounce the band name. And speaking of not pronouncing the band name, there's the second one. This is Tiempo Ergo Sum. This is not my favorite by them, but this is also a pretty good one too. And these next two are probably like the coolest tapes I have next to as the C parts. This is Solitude Eternus Beyond the Crimson Horizon. I found this at the All Metal Record Shop in Dayton. I was like, holy shit, holy fuck! I was not expecting to find this. I'm buying it. I don't care if I don't have a way to play tapes. I will eventually get one. Awesome album, fucking 10 out of 10. Awesome Epic Doom album, incredible. And I also got this too. This is Orphan Wheel by Septic Flesh, and they have the classic art on this. It's fucking cool, dude. It's awesome. So anyway, that is all the tapes and CDs I have. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and I will talk to you all later.